Hi everyone, it's Karen, the Geordie Grandma, and I'm back with another 7 things that sold on eBay video. I've been quite busy on eBay this week. I've been doing lots of listing. I'd picked up some really good stuff, or what I think was good stuff, from the auctions in the last couple of weeks. So I got them photographed and listed straight away, not just to get them available for sale, but to get everything off my kitchen table because it was getting a little bit crowded. So sales have picked up, and I think that's due to me listing more things. So I think I've got some interesting things to show you. So let's get on with it, and I'll show you the first item. So the first thing I have to show you is this Playmobil set, Playmobil 4857, which is a summer family fun house. Now this was sealed, had never been opened. I paid £20 for this at a car boot sale quite a few months ago now, and I had originally sent this in to Amazon. I couldn't list it as new on Amazon because the box was a little bit damaged. If you have a look at the corners here, it was a little bit nibbled. But I did list it as used like new on Amazon, but it sat there for ages. So I recalled it from Amazon and I listed it on eBay for £40 plus post. It had only been listed maybe 3 or 4 days when it sold. So I'm really pleased that I did bring that back from Amazon because it's now off to its new owner. So that's good, and it's profit in my pocket. So I paid £20 like I said, and after fees the profit I made on this was £13.46. I do like to pick up Playmobil and I'll continue to do so, but maybe £20 was a little bit much for this particular item. Next on the list is this Franz sugar bowl. Now I picked this up at auction. It was a lot that had 5 pieces on the tray. There was the sugar bowl. It also had the teacup and saucer and the teapot to match the sugar bowl. Really stunning pieces with a butterfly design on them. Very pretty. I think I'd probably just use these to display if I was to keep them myself for decorative purposes. But when I looked at the teapot, it had actually been used. It's not quite as delicate as it looks, so you probably could use them, but I think I would just use them to display because it would look really nice. So this was the first one to go. I did take an offer on this of £30 plus post. It hadn't been listed very long, maybe 3 or 4 days, and I possibly could have held out for the £35, but I did put them at top end, so I was quite happy to take the offer of £30. I'll just show you the other things that came with it. There was the teapot. You can see the detail on there. Sorry, move that off there. You can see the detail on there, the butterfly and the flowers. Very pretty design. Also came with a teacup, which I think is probably the most stunning piece, and the teacup actually goes for the most money. So there's a saucer, the teacup and the little spoon there. I couldn't imagine drinking a cup of tea out of that, but it would definitely look nice in a display cabinet. And also with this lot there was 2 vases. There was a small sized vase with the lilies on, and then it came with a larger vase as well, which has also got lilies on. So there was 5 pieces in that lot, and I paid £56.34 altogether, including commission. So if you divide those pieces by 5 for the purposes of working out a profit, you could say there were £11.27 per piece. So after eBay fees on the sugar bowl, I made a profit of £10.84. So that's quite good considering I have the other pieces as well yet to sell. Next on the list, not quite as stunning, I'm afraid, as the teapot and sugar bowl and what have you, are these Topshop shoes. But as resellers like to say, these are bread and butter items. Mary Jane kind of shoes always do well for me, so I like to pick them up. I actually quite like to wear Mary Jane kind of shoes as well. But these ones were in very good condition. Had kitten heels, quite a small heel, 2.5 inches, size 6.5. Half sizes don't always go quickly, and I've probably had these listed for maybe 6 weeks. It's better just to get a not the half sizes. But these ones were navy blue. I put office in the title because it'd be good to wear for work. So just an ordinary pair of Topshop Mary Jane shoes. I think I paid £2.50 for these. They sold for 15 plus post. So after fees, that was a £9.71 profit. Sorry, that was a £9.54 profit. So that was pretty good on the pair of shoes. Next is another item I picked up at auction. Now this Windsor bone china tea for two set. It had the 2 teacups, 2 saucers, 2 little sandwich plates, milk jug, sugar bowl and the teapot. Really, really pretty. Most of the tea sets I've picked up recently I've thought were really pretty. These ones, if you look closer, the flower detail is just beautiful. This didn't stick around for very long either. Probably only had this listed 3 or 4 days when it sold for, I think I took an offer of £35 on this one. Yes, I did. £35 I took on this one. Again, I'd put it at top end, so I didn't mind taking the offer. I paid £25 and 4 pence at auction, including commission, for this tea set and this one here, which is still to sell, this Crown Devon one, which I actually thought was the nicer tea set. But never mind, somebody else thought the green one was nice and they quickly snapped that up. So after fees, it was a profit of £16.33. I divided the £25 by the 2 tea sets, so it was really £12.52 per set for the purposes of working out the profit, which I've just said is £16.33. So that tea set was, like I said, it went quickly. The buyer was just in Newcastle, so we offered to deliver it, and I gave her a little bit of a refund on the £7.50 postage, and she was really happy with that, and I was happy with the sale. So that was the green tea set. Next is another item I picked up at auction. I'm really pleased with how I'm doing at auctions recently. I seem to be picking up the right stuff, so fingers crossed I'll continue to do that. I picked up a box of blue and white willow pattern-esque kind of crockery, and I like the look of the willow pattern. Blue and white willow pattern always seems to do quite well on eBay. So it did say antique in the auction listing, antique blue and white china. Now I know antique is supposed to be at least 100 years old. This jug, it's got no markings on it. You can see on the base that there's no marks. I don't know if that mark that is there means anything to anyone, but I couldn't see any visible mark that would let me find a date on it. But it did look quite old. It wasn't in the greatest condition. I don't know if you can see there, kind of smudges. No chips or cracks on it, just some smudging. But it did sell for £7.50 and I'd only had it listed 1 day, so maybe I could have gotten a little bit more for that. But somebody liked it. Maybe the farmhouse bit in the title helped. It was 17 centimetres tall. It was pretty rustic looking. I paid £13.60 for this auction lot, and there were 6 pieces altogether in the auction lot. I'll just show you what else I got with it. I got this terrine. They were all terrines, apart from the jug. So this terrine I put is £40 because it's got quite an age on it. It's stamped on the bottom as 1780 something, and it actually said applied for registration or something like that. So I'm not sure if it's really old, and I couldn't find anything else quite like it on eBay, but I thought I'd chance me arm and put 40 quid on it and see what happens. If it doesn't sell, I can always bring the price down. And then there was just some, these actually looked a little bit newer, these 2 here. Now, like I said, in the auction lot, it did say they were antique. These 2, well, there's actually 3 because there was 2 of these. They don't look like they're 100 years old, so I'm thinking they're probably a bit more modern than that. But I put £10 on these. I've got 2 of these ones. I put £10 each on those, and I've also put £12 on that one. So those were the other items I got in that blue and white lot. So like I said, the whole lot cost me £13.60. If you divide that by 6 pieces, again for the purposes of working out a profit, £2.27 per piece. Sold this jug for £7.50, so the profit on this one was £3.77. Not a lot of profit, but it, like I say, it's only one of 6 pieces that I've got listed, so I should make a decent profit from that whole box. Another thing from that box sold quite quickly was this terrine. Now this was really pretty. It's like a pale blue. It's not your normal willow pattern blue and white. It was like a floral blue and white. Quite pretty. It did have a few little marks on it. A bit like a pie dish or something like that. Serving dish with a little handle on the top. Oblong shape. It did have some smudges on it again. I think that must have been quite a thing with the old blue and white stuff. They did get a lot of smudges on them for some reason. Didn't have any visible marks on it that I could see to tell us who made it or what date it was. But I put it on for £10 and it did sell pretty quickly. Again, within a week of being listed. So if I take that as being £2.27 that I paid for that, just like the jug, after fees that was a profit of £6.7. So if you add that and the profit from the jug, I've almost gotten me money back that I paid for the whole box of £13.60. So when the other pieces sell, it'll be mainly profit. The last thing that I want to show you of the 7 sales this week was some more noritake. If you've watched my last couple of videos, I've had noritake on both of those, again from an auction lot. I got quite a large box of noritake plates and cups and bowls and saucers, and I split them up. I've already sold a 4 setting lot, and then I sold a 3 setting lot, which actually went off to America. Haven't had any comeback from that, so I'm assuming they got that and it was all fine, nothing was broken. And then I had these few little random bits left over, so rather than just throw them away or give them to the charity shop, I just bunged them on as spares and put a £10 price on them, and they actually sold as well, so I was really chuffed with that. So I'd already made I'd already made about 50 quid profit on the noritake altogether. I only paid £9.60 including commission for this whole box of stuff. So once I paid fees, the profit that I made for the whole lot of noritake that I got was £57.80. So that was a really good profit on a box that I only paid £9.60 for, that nobody else seemed to want. Like I've said before, I think at auction, particularly resellers don't want to pick up china because it's a little bit scary to pack it, because there's a lot can go wrong with it. You can't insure it with the courier because they won't insure crockery, so you're taking a chance really. But Warren's really good at packing up stuff like this. He's very careful with it, and touch wood, things have gotten there in one piece so far. I've just jinxed myself now, haven't I? But anyway, that was the last of the 7 sales to sell. So those were my 7 sales for the week. As I say, sales have been picking up. I hope you found those interesting. Maybe you'll go and try some auctions and pick up some china yourself. If you do, I'd love to know what you picked up, but just let me know in the comments below. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel and you'd like to see more of my videos, just hit the little subscribe button, and then you'll get to know when I've created some more. So I'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.